Hey guys, Brent Boyer again from Adam. So let's talk divorce. I want to talk today about a question that came up with one of the clients talking about vehicles and getting divorced and what do I do with my vehicle, and specifically, more importantly, what do I do with the loan. So I got a car, we have a car payment, and the car loan's in my name and I'm getting divorced. Or let's say I'm leasing a vehicle and that lease is in my name. So what does this look like during a divorce? So the concern, of course, is you're going through a divorce, you're trying to divide up the assets, trying to divide up the debts, and you have a vehicle that's leased in your name, or you've taken out a car loan and that's in your name, or even if it's in both names, you're still worried about the liability going forward. So you're going to get divorced, go your separate ways, but who's going to make this lease payment, this car payment? And also, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, that'll help us out. So, but what do you do here? You need to look at what's left on the loan, or on the lease. So let's say it's a car lease, you got 2 years left, you got 24 payments left on this lease, and you're getting divorced, and the lease is in either your name or in both names. You of course need to be concerned at that point about your wife making these payments. Let's say your wife's considering keeping the car, she's going to take over the lease, and you're going to go your separate ways. Well, if it's in both names, you have some concern of whether this lease is going to get paid and whether you can count on that to happen. If the lease is in your name only, we know your wife is probably not going to make the payment after you're divorced. First of all, if it's in your name only, that tells me probably there wasn't an ability to put it in your wife's name. People who can't get car loans and can't get leases in their own name certainly are not going to be good at making the payments after the divorce is over. So then what do you do at that point? Well, one thing you can do with that is look at how many payments are left. Like if there's 2 years left on your lease, you got 24 months. Let's say it's $500 a month on a lease. That's $6,000 a year, that's 12 grand total. So what you can do to be made whole is you can say, well, I'll take over this lease, I'll make the payments, and then you figure out who's going to actually drive the vehicle for the next 2 years. Then that's $12,000. So let's say in this divorce case, you are going to keep the house. You're going to buy out your wife and you owe her some money on the house. You say, well, I'm going to pay you less money on the house because I'm stuck making the payment on this lease. So let's take $12,000 off of the money that I owe you for the house, and now I've been made whole. Now I can make those payments. I know I'm stuck with those payments, but it's not as much of a concern here because I've gotten my money back, so to speak. Or same thing with a car loan. If I'm the only one on the car loan, and we're getting divorced, and we're talking about who's going to keep the vehicle, I need to be concerned if I'm not the one that's going to keep the vehicle. It might be my wife's vehicle. She's the one that drives it all the time. Loan is in my name. Again, people that don't get car loans in their own name probably are not going to make the payments. That's typically how it goes. They couldn't qualify for the loan. Or sometimes you just happen to put it in your name and not in your wife's name. But you don't want to be getting divorced and being stuck on somebody's car payment or on their lease. So, that's one thought on how this can all work. Of course, it depends on your specific situation and what your options are. But it's important to keep in mind the divorce case itself does not create any really additional options. If there's no way to refinance the car loan or refinance the lease, there's not going to be any way to do it through the divorce. So something to keep in mind, be aware of what to do with vehicles. Hope that helps. Thanks.